Happy New Music Friday, everybody. I'm trying something new this week. I'm going to listen to some of the new music from this week and react to it here with you. And we'll see if you like it. Comment, let me know, and I'll try to do one of these every single week. I mean, this week's been a pretty big week for new music. It's obviously led by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars with their surprise collaboration, Die With A Smile. I have admittedly heard that once, but I will give it another listen here. First up, we've also got new music from Lisa and Rosalía. We've also got new Halsey. Meghan Trainor's released a deluxe edition of her album, if you've been checking for that one. Post Malone with F1 Trillion, his move into country music. We also have Tinashe, who's given us Quantum Baby. Tinashe I have reacted to already, so go and check that out on the channel if you want to see the full reaction to that album. But I have chucked a song in here as well, so we can revisit that. There's plenty more. If there's any new music that you think I should be reacting to, drop it down below. Otherwise, I'm Sam, also known as Pop Sam Cam. You might have seen me on TikTok. Pretty new here on YouTube. Would love it if you would subscribe and join me. I also have a Discord where we discuss New Music Friday every week. I'll throw the link for that down below. Let's get started though. The first one I want to start with is Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, Die With A Smile.
I just woke up from a dream.
So first listen, I was kind of into this. I thought it was entertaining, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted from Gaga from one of her first outings for this era.
But since I survived, I realized wherever you go,
But maybe this time around I'm gonna love it more because I have the expectations gone now. So daggy, but also like kind of entertaining. Like my parents would eat this up. And like second listen and I already know the lyrics. That's not a boast for me, it's a boast for them. She always sounds great on a ballad, we already know that. Giving a little bit of Joanne trauma, going back into that kind of country rock atmosphere, but I'm confident LG7's not that. It is good to hear like two superstars just sing, and these two just have so much showmanship. Also, 4 minutes 11 in the TikTok era, like, are you kidding me? Need a bit of coffee for this bridge. I love that vocal that Bruno gives leading into that. It does have such an old school charm to it. I don't even know what decade, maybe 70s? I mean, second listen, it definitely has grown on me. I've already committed the song to memory off just 2 listens, which is the sign of kind of a classic. Radio's gonna eat it up. It's definitely not what the Gaga fans were after. Maybe it was what the Bruno Mars fans were after. I'm not in the Bruno Mars fandom enough to know what they are looking for, but honestly, it's just good to hear 2 superstars at the peak of their vocal powers, just absolutely going for it on a song that they clearly love. Look, the song's not that overly interesting or offering anything new, but when you've already got that kind of showmanship within you and you can deliver it like that, why not just go for it? That's my opinion on it right now. If she gives us 12 of these on LG7 though, we're going to have words. The next song I want to listen to is New Woman. It's by Lisa from Blackpink and also Rosalía. It's a very interesting collaboration. She has had plenty of success with her solo work. Rockstar, her last solo song, is already up to 200 million streams. She has money over $1 billion. She's doing incredibly well. And this is quite a star-studded collaboration, even outside Rosalía. It's produced by Max Martin and Ilya, and it also has Tuve Lu on the writing credits. So let's hit play on New Woman. This is the first time I've heard this one.
Here I go, banging and banging and wanna crack these walls. Banging and wanna echo through the halls. Pulling up fresh face, brand new Dia.
Okay, I have to be honest, I haven't loved all of Lisa's solo stuff. I just find that sometimes the production is so abrasive, but I feel like Rosalía could balance it out nicely. I really like this part. I can hear the Tuve, I can hear the Max Martin in the kind of Weeknd-esque touches. The rap parts are always kind of where I get lost a little bit because, I don't know, it's not like... Abrasive is the only word I can use. Is this Rosalía? Wow. Rosalía was like, no, I'm not just going over the regular instrumental. I'm going to need something different for me. This is so interesting, this song. Oh. I love this bit. I can't like the chorus. You know what? I'm nearly sold on the whole song. Yeah, that was cool. I've really enjoyed that. That's probably the best first impression I've had to a Lisa song ever. I was wondering how Rosalía and Lisa were going to match together because they are so different musically. I love that Rosalía cleared space for herself, but then it also worked really well with that kind of pre-chorus that Lisa delivers, which is kind of the melodic slam dunk of the song, I think. I think it's a bop. I'm into it. The next one we're going into is Post Malone. He's released his album F1 Trillion, has obviously had a massive hit with I Had Some Help. It's been a #1 record and kind of got him back on track after a little bit of time of struggling to really fit in with the mainstream for a couple records. F1 Trillion sees him collaborate with Tim McGraw, Blake Shelton, Dolly Parton, Brad Paisley, Luke Combs, so many artists. The one that they seem to be pushing is California Sober with Chris Stapleton. Let's take a listen. I do really like country music and I'm really liking seeing its influence in pop music, but I can't always get on board with this kind of like more vintage sounding country music. Like, I don't know. I guess I thought that Post Malone doing this genre was going to add a little bit of his own spice into the mix, but it really just feels like he's paying tribute to the classics, and that's fine, but it just doesn't offer much new.
She said, I'll take you on a little trip. Come on, give these lips a try.
I will say very different to I Had Some Help. Post Malone's voice is actually perfectly suited for country music. It's fine. Why does it kind of feel like a bit of a pastiche of the country genre? If you love country music, like you live and die for it, please let me know what you think of this song in the comments. It does have kind of a nice flow to it. Yeah, those vocals are great. There it is. California Sober. Look. It does what it came to do. It's just that I'm not here for what it came to do. It's not my favorite, but I'm definitely going to give the album a listen because I actually love the way post voice sounds in this genre. I think that it's really, really successful. I just wanted like something, I don't know. I wanted him to like postify the genre a little bit, and it just feels like he's gone straight for like the classics and is kind of recreating them, which I don't know, maybe people will be into that. Next song I'm going to listen to is Tinashe, Broke Boys. No Broke Boys. This is off her Quantum Baby record, which she dropped today. It of course features Nasty, which is a massive hit. I've listened to the full album and I have listened to this song. This is the song that most follows the kind of formula of Nasty, if there even is one. In the way that it sounds a little bit more commercial. It's co-produced by Ricky Reed, who was on Nasty as well. And from what I remember from my first listen, it's a banger. This is my second listen.
X on the line, just as I suspected. No one really gets over me. I'm unaffected. Why you
Just a frickin' like master of these kind of slinky, underrated melodies.
Now I'm out here single, and I need some real. Now I got standards. Give a fuck how you feel. I'm out here single.
I just miss this kind of like low-key R&B club music so much.
Give a fuck how you feel. No broke boys, no new friends. I'm that pressure, give me my tens. Ain't
Like
no
I can see this going off on TikTok, this hook, even though she definitely didn't try to do that.
makes no sense. Badass bitch with my badass friends. No broke boys, ain't no shade. Fuck on me, then you know he paid. Run up the cost, 'cause I need me a spender. Love is never really for free. I know you hate to see what you lost. 'Cause no
Very like West Coast sounding as well with those synths.
wanna be me.
Not the synths, the beat.
I'm out here single, and I need some real. Now I got standards. Give a fuck how you feel. I'm out here single. Tell me what's the deal. Now I got standards. Give a fuck how you feel. No broke boys, no new friends. I'm that pressure, give me my tens. Ain't no lie, ain't no shade. Fuck on me, then you know he paid. Looks so good, makes no sense. Badass bitch with my badass friends. No broke boys, ain't no shade. Fuck on me, then you know he paid.
Banger, 2 minutes in and out, does what it needs to do. So effective. My favorite song that we've listened to so far, for sure, and probably going to be my song of the week. I just think that it takes us back to that like 2-on charismatic, but also super slick, super cool Tinashe, and also manages to like sprinkle a bit of Nasty in there as well. It's so cool, and the whole record is really, really good as well. I highly recommend you go listen to it. Even go listen to it with me if you want to click the video before this. The next song we're going to listen to is Halsey. Lonely is the Muse. We've already heard Lucky, which was the proper lead single off her forthcoming album. We've also heard The End, which was a pretty devastating lo-fi cut that she released before Lucky. This one I've seen online that we're back to rock Halsey, which she obviously gave us a lot with her last record, but a little bit as well with the record before that, Manic. Let's see what this one's about. Interestingly, she's written this with Stuart Price. Stuart Price has worked with everyone from Jessie Ware to Kylie to Madonna. Not the kind of song that I would imagine him on. Jeez, these lyrics are dark. God, this is so dark, and the kind of rock that it's tapping into is almost like Tool-esque. She should just stick in rock music because it suits her so well. Her voice is just perfectly tailored for it. Like, Nightmare is one of my favorite Halsey songs, and actually the one that really got me on board with her. I really like this bit, the way it ramps up. Right. Come on.
I'll call you in the night. You can't discard me like the others always do, and I will nurse my wounds until another artist needs me.
Yes. She has some stuff to get out on this record, my God. Whoa. Wow. Well, everybody who wanted her to go back to rock has got to be satisfied with that because it's one of her greatest turns into the genre yet. Anything I thought about where this album was going, God, I have no idea now because these three tracks have been so remarkably different from each other. Like, how is this song on the same album as Lucky? I have no idea, but I love that she's just taking the liberty to do what she wants and follow like her musical heart anywhere it takes her, because lyrically it seems like she's just being informed by so many different modes right now, and so she should. Like, she's been through a freaking traumatic time. And to be able to express it through music and through so many different modes, I think is just the ultimate catharsis. And that's coming out here in spades. I really enjoyed that, actually. I thought it was really, really good. Quite a shift up for the next one. We're going to Make a Move by Meghan Trainor. It's off the deluxe edition of Timeless. I'm not sure if many of you have listened to the standard edition of Timeless, so it may be a surprise for you to know that the deluxe is out. But let's give it... I mean, some of these songs have done quite well. Been Like This with T-Pain has 58 million streams, and there's a couple that are like coming towards the 20 million mark, so it's certainly not a poor result. But let's listen to Make a Move, I say trepidatiously. Back to do what?
Yeah, if it was me, yeah.
Oh, Jesse Club. What?
Yeah. Oh, don't you know if I was in your shoes, I'd probably make a move, make a move, make a move. Yeah, if it was me, yeah. I love on me too, yeah. Oh, no,
Why am I bopping?
If it was me, yeah, I love on me too, yeah.
I don't hate this chorus. This kind of vintage doo-wop style joined with Jersey Club is something I didn't think I'd be hearing, but here we are. I don't like the verses, they're too like Made You Look. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I was bracing myself for impact and that was not bad. Was it timeless? No, absolutely not, but it certainly wasn't bad. I thought the chorus was extremely entertaining. The verses I can do without, but it's nice to hear her like in a different kind of beat and doing something a little bit different, and it's like fun and charismatic. What else can I say? I've heard a few things off the full standard edition of the album and I was not a fan. So this kind of takes Make a Move up to the top of the pack, I guess. So congrats, best song off Timeless. The next song is The Blessed Madonna, who is coming out with a record that is called Godspeed. She's released a couple of tracks from it. They've been very good. Extremely good dance songs, and she's been teasing this one with Kylie Minogue, the edge of Saturday Night. They've been doing a couple club appearances together and they both seem to be genuinely excited about this song. I've heard all the kind of snippets of it and stuff and I've been very intrigued, so I'm excited to hear Edge of Saturday Night. What is the Edge of Saturday Night? Is it like Friday? Are we in it? Or is it like Saturday afternoon? Feeling like a rave up in here. Okay, just first up, the problem I had with her last song, My Oh My, or whatever it was called, with, let me check that. My Oh My. The vocal processing was so awful that it almost erased every part of personality from Kylie Minogue's voice, but this is done nicely. Like, she sounds like her. Like, it's up the front of the mix. Sorry, one more interruption. Worth noting that this was co-written by Ray, and Ray was at one point on the track, but she's not on this final version. Those like 90s house keys, you gotta love it. It's giving like Aphrodite, Kylie. I love how that drop is kind of like unpredictable. Like, obviously, you know there's a drop coming, but it doesn't go as like hard and ravey as you would think it would. She sounds great. Listen to this. This is so Ray. Like, amazing. And Kylie steps into it nicely. So fun. So good. I know you couldn't call that song like extremely alternative because it is a pretty straight down the line house banger, But it is nice to hear Kylie like not making music directly like in competition with what's going on in the mainstream, which I think is what happened on Tension a lot, and those were a lot of the shortcomings of that record for me. Whereas my favorite work from her is where she's being like a little bit avant-garde, like playing with different sounds like she did on Body Language or Fever, or even further back to like Confide in Me, Impossible Princess era. So it feels nice to hear her on something a little bit different. And personally, maybe apart from Padam Padam, this is the best thing she's done in years, I think. And the Blessed Madonna is killing it right now. The next one I want to go on to is by an artist called Maude Latour. You might have heard her. She had a really big song in 2020 called One More Weekend. But since then, she's been making really excellent pop music that has a little bit of Lorde in it, has a little bit of experimentalism in it. And it's just like it's just come to a head with this album, which is called Sugar Water. It's her first. The song I want to play off it is called Summer of Love. I just think this has such a nice atmosphere to it. Let's hit it.
Babe, call off your friends, yeah, we're going out under the bridge, honey.
The way she works with pacing in her songs is what I find most impressive. Like, hear how that just like sped up and then we drop back into it. I really like it.
I know it gets hard, soon I know you're far. I think about summer.
Again.
On your XD, top, I met you when the sun was setting, and we almost kissed, but I say you can kiss me when you're drinking in the morning. You can tell me crying, it was the beginning. I'm calling a taxi.
And now this just feels like absolute summer, like such a sweaty moment of the song. The production's just so good. She's a co-producer on this, by the way, shout out. That verse just feels like the most sun-soaked Friday afternoon in summer. Absolutely like psychedelic, hypnotic, so nice. Banger. Banger. Listen to the rest of the album. It's really good. There's so many moments like that. There's a few slower moments. There's some really weird and wonky moments. She packs so much into it. And I really think that for the people who like that kind of Lorde-leaning, slightly alternative pop music, this one's for you. The one I want to end it on is by Coco Jones. Coco Jones has had a couple massive hits. The biggest one being ICU at the moment. Just an incredible like voice in R&B and throwing it back to really like kind of early 2000s sort of stuff. I've really enjoyed a lot of the work that she's done. Let's hit play on Sweep It Up, which is her latest.
If you can't keep up and break my heart to pieces, somebody else gon' sweep it up, sweep it up, down, sweep it up. If you can't keep up, on the hand it's still hard to reach ya. Don't let your next mistake be the one that teach ya. Somebody else gon' sweep it up, sweep it up.
Her voice is an instant classic.
Can't keep up, somebody else gon' sweep it up. Don't forget the use of every
Really giving like early 2000s Mary J. Blige.
But you take the cake, come alive at night, and I always take the bait. But you, something about you, I can't let go of, and you make me question all I know of. Should have been my baby.
Female R&B is in such a good place right now with Mooney Long, Victoria Monet, Chloe.
2 years and still I. If you can't keep up and break my heart to pieces, somebody else gon' sweep it up, sweep it up, sweep it up. If you can't keep up,
Really like this hook and I love the strings and the production.
your next mistake be the one that teach ya.
London on the Track is one of the producers here.
Sweep it up, sweep it up. If you can't keep up, I'm just trying to get equal. Yeah. 2 years and still I see you and get stage fright. 2 years I can't lie, but still we were on the same side. My main line trying to save you like daylight. I don't wanna leave your love behind. Can't keep up with the ways that you change your mind.
Come on.
If you can keep up and break my heart, somebody else gon' sweep it up, sweep it up. Somebody else gon' sweep it up, sweep it up.
Just like excellent writing in the chorus here.
Keep up. Somebody else gon' sweep it up, sweep it up. Goddamn, sweep it up. Better clean this up. Sweep it up.
Damn, yeah, likes that. Really strong work. I'm going to need a couple more listens for it to sink in, but that chorus already feels like it could be something a little bit classic. That's my New Music Friday wrap for this week. If you think I need to listen to anything else, drop it in the comments and I'll do my best to get to it over the coming weeks. Love all your suggestions. If you want to join me over on TikTok, I'll also talk about some more new music from this week. Otherwise, hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Really appreciate it. Would love to get to 5K next week, week after. Other than that, have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me. See you later.